conflict of bloodlines. The moment that changed everything began with a loud knock on the door of the Nwokocha family home. It wasn't just the knock itself, but the way it echoed through the walls, carrying an air of urgency and mystery. I was there, sitting under the guava tree in the yard, polishing my sandals, when I saw the man with the thick envelope in his hand. His face was serious, almost grim. He didn't come to deliver good news. My name is Adaobi. I'm a teacher in our small Igbo village. I have seen many families go through trials. But what unfolded between the Nwokocha and Okafor families was something none of us could have imagined. It was a tale of love, jealousy, family, and identity, a true conflict of bloodlines. It all began with two girls, Adaeze and Chiamaka. Adaeze was the daughter of the wealthy Nwokocha family, who owned several businesses in town. She was the type of girl who never repeated an outfit, whose shoes sparkled as if they were dipped in gold. She walked through the village like a queen, her chin always tilted upward. Chiamaka, on the other hand, was the daughter of the Okafor family. Her parents were farmers, and her life was humble. Chiamaka was bright, kind, and hardworking. She didn't have much, but she had a light in her that drew people in. By some twist of fate, the two girls attended the same prestigious school in the city, one that most villagers could only dream of affording. Chiamaka's parents had sacrificed everything to send her there on a scholarship. That's where the tension began. Adaeze couldn't stand Chiamaka. From the moment she walked into the classroom, became the center of attention. The teachers praised her intelligence, and the students admired her charm. Even Emeka, the most popular boy in school and Adaeze's longtime crush, found himself drawn to Chiamaka's quiet confidence. "Why do you always have to show off?" Adaeze hissed one day during lunch, her voice loud enough for everyone to hear. Chiamaka looked up from her plate of rice and beans, startled. "I'm not showing off," she said softly. "I'm just being myself." Adaeze's eyes flashed with anger. "Well, maybe you should remember where you come from. You don't belong here." The word stung, and I could see the pain in Chiamaka's eyes when she told me about it later. But instead of fighting back, she smiled and said, "I'll prove her wrong by succeeding." Things escalated when Emeka began spending more time with Chiamaka. Adaeze's jealousy turned into a storm that couldn't be contained. She spread rumors about Chiamaka, sabotaged her projects, and even went as far as to embarrass her in front of the entire school during a cultural event. But no one expected the truth to come out the way it did. The man with the envelope returned to the Nwokocha house 2 weeks after that fateful knock. I later learned he was an investigator, hired by Adaeze's father. For months, whispers had circulated about a mistake at the hospital where Adaeze was born. The investigators' findings confirmed the unthinkable. Adaeze and Chiamaka had been switched at birth. The Nwokocha's biological daughter was not the elegant Adaeze, but the humble Chiamaka. And Adaeze? She was the child of the struggling Okafor family. When the news spread, our village was thrown into chaos. The Nwokocha family, though heartbroken, wanted to bring Chiamaka into their home immediately. They believed she deserved the life that had been denied to her. The Okafors, however, were hesitant. Chiamaka was their daughter in every way that mattered, and they feared losing her to a world they didn't understand. Adaeze was shattered. She couldn't fathom leaving the life she'd always known. "How can I be one of them?" she screamed during one heated argument. I don't know how to live without maids, without wealth. Chiamaka, too, was conflicted. She loved her parents deeply, but she also saw the opportunities that awaited her with the Nwakochas. I don't want to leave my family, she confided in me, but I also want to see what my life could be. In the end, both girls tried to adjust to their new realities. Adaise moved to the modest Okafor home, where she learned how to fetch water, cook over an open fire, and live without luxuries. It was hard for her, and there were many tears, but she slowly began to understand the strength it took for Chiamaka's parents to raise her. Chiamaka entered the Nwakocha household cautiously. She was welcomed with open arms and given every opportunity to shine, but she never let go of her roots. She visited her biological parents often, bringing gifts and sharing her success with them. Years later, the two families found a sense of peace. Adaise and Chiamaka even became friends, bonded by their shared history and the lessons they'd learned. As for me, I'll always remember this story, that family isn't just about blood. It's about love, sacrifice, and the people who shape you into who you are.